Amanda? It's Devin. Milford.
I know. Devin, of course I know. What? Oh, God, what a fool I am. I was going to ask you how you are.
Just like you did in high school. I recognize your hair. The way you hold your head, walking with that little girl.
So you never heard from Marion and the kids? Nothing?
Only the divorce papers. They wouldn't allow any communication in or out.
Devin? Does it matter to you what happened to them?
They're all that matters.
Well, then why are you here?
Because I don't want to go to them like this.
Well, but it doesn't matter. I mean, to the kids, it doesn't matter.
I don't know who I am anymore. I'm not...
Let people help you. Do you remember in college when you and Peter came back from Vietnam? You were so full of rage. See, I always thought you'd be the man I'd end up with. But you frightened me. Remember what you said? If you can't take the edge, forget me. So I did. I married Peter. Because I didn't want to live on the edge. But I can't avoid it anymore. It's come to Milford. I don't have a choice anymore. And after everything you've been through, you don't either. I've told myself 100 times how disruptive you were. Always stirring things up. Never satisfied. That there must be something wrong with you. I was glad I didn't love you.
He was our guide. He was our leader. In our time of peril, he led us to safety. Now, in his name, for the need of the people.
He doesn't know anything about what's happened with Marion. He thinks she and the kids are somewhere in Boston or Washington.
Maybe that's best.
You mean best for everybody else?
Well, think about it.
A lobotomized Devin Milford's better than an active, troublemaking Devin Milford, right?
That's right. His time has passed. There is not going to be a revolution in America.
I can't believe I'm hearing you say this.
Think you made the wrong choice?
What are they talking about?
Who knows? A lot of political junk. They're all gorks.
Hey, when I get elected Erie Governor General, is that going to make me a gork?
Hey, Dad, if you're a gork, you're a gork. Live it.
What's a Continental Congress?
The United States was formed. The Continental Congress met to determine what the form of it was going to be. So there were those who favored a strong central government. These were called the Federalists.
Okay, that's enough, guy. You go into such detail. It makes me sorry I asked.
What are they talking about?
I don't know, something about a third Continental Congress or something to make America more up to date.
How do you feel about that?
Doesn't matter to me.
Across America, in every corner of the nation, a new day has dawned. After more than 2 centuries of militaristic exploitation, America has finally taken its rightful place in the world economic community. Under the able leadership of the new American Unity Party and the current 7-year plan, productivity in both the urban and rural centers has increased dramatically.
Doesn't matter to me.
Are you ever sorry you took one of the areas?
Instead of what?
The overview here with me of the planning stuff in the Kremlin.
Sometimes there's more work to be done at the end of the tentacle.
Generals are not made governing occupied areas.
If I were here, would I be a general?
You know, there's something faintly untrustworthy about a man who functions so smoothly in a foreign country. How many members of the Politburo have ever been outside of the Soviet Union? Very provincial. I myself am the object of suspicion. How can a fierce adversary like America be running so smoothly? I'm saved by Alaska.
You told me Alaska was a disaster.
But it is clear. We tie up 10 divisions, but they are fighting. We are fighting. That's very clear. Marion Andrews' husband has been released.
Yes, I know, from Fort Davis.
She is concerned. I assured her she was safe under your protection.
She could rather be under yours.
She is.
He was an interesting man.
Any man who allows a woman to betray him is a fool.
In many ways, he was the classic American. Smart, strong conscience, idealistic.
Weak and obvious, totally misperceived the will of his countrymen. Assumed he would win because he was right. A man so honest and sincere almost always plays into the hands of his adversaries. Is he in?
Yes, sir.
Petya, how are you?
Mr. President, you know Andrei Denisov, advisor to the Central area.
Of course, doing a fine job out there.
Thank you, Mr. President.
What is the first reaction in Congress to the Third Continental Congress?
Very positive. It's not going to be all smooth sailing, but in the main, it'll be all right.
Very good, very good. Sorry to disturb you. I just wanted Andrei to say hello.
Good. How long are you in town, Andrei?
Oh, just a few days.
Drop back before you go. I'd like to talk about the Central area. I was born in Jefferson, you know, Missouri.
I know they're very proud of you in Missouri.
Is that right? Well, that's good to know. I'll try and make it out there one of these days.
Well, we'd put on a good show, sir.
Drop back when Petya's through with you.
I'll do that.
That man is the last president of the United States.
Ah, well, you farm people, I don't know, you're odd. Just land and loneliness.
Must be in the genes. Most of my adult life, I've been away from here. Somehow it always gave you strength just knowing. Whatever happened, the land was always there.
Ach ja, very romantic. You sound like a Russian peasant. No, I like a different kind of life. I need people around me, laughing, fighting, loving, or even just sitting around, it doesn't matter. I want to be part of the community of men. Good old Homo sapien.
We had a different experience.
Getting better. Or maybe you're just becoming accustomed to how bad we really are. While we've got a break here, let me introduce somebody. He's a new exile, and I'd like for you to make him feel a little at home, our version of the welcome wagon. This is someone whom I've never met, but who means a lot to me. Maybe to a lot of us. In a way, he's partially responsible for my being here. It was because of him that I rejected the policies of the new America. He awakened a feeling in me that was pretty dormant all my life. The feeling of being an American. Not just doing what I could for myself and for my family, and paying my taxes, but realizing that it took more than that. Enough to land me here. I don't want to embarrass him or intrude upon his privacy, but he's here with us now. Well, let's welcome the former representative to the Congress of the United States from the state of Massachusetts, and the only real candidate for president in the 1988 elections, Devin Milford.
All right, everybody, mask down. If anything happens, just scatter. Let's go, man. Let's go. Make sure you're not carrying anything that can identify you.
Yeah, he's fine.
All right. Is the back boobied?
Yes.
All right.
You gotta release the circuit.
Do it! Okay, move. Move. All right, just to make sure he's done it, you're gonna open it.
I got the CD. What are you, amateurs? Dumb enough to fool around.
Come on. Move, let's go.
Gun on him.
Come on, move.
He's got the keys,
Hurry up, man.
I need rope in the bottle.
Hurry up, man.
No.
All right. Okay, be careful.
Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Pull the other side down. Come on, let's get a light on it, quick. Yeah.
Take some of this stuff. Hey, pull the pickup around.
If we take it, we'll be as bad as them.
What about the people?
Burn it.
That's tough, kid. Dumb, but tough.
You get any of this when you deliver it? They give a plate to collaborators?
I drive. I don't get anything. I don't do anything more than anybody does just to try to stay alive. Okay? You want to kill me for driving? Screw you. I got a family. Hell, I don't even know if one of your guys is a kid of mine. John? Is John Dinger in here? It's me, your dad. This punk's gonna kill me for feeding you. Real shame, man.
There's nobody named John here. Now you better start running. Burn it.
Dozens, must be hundreds of groups across the country, maybe even thousands. People trying to find a way, find something to do.
And if resistance groups continue to do whatever they want or whatever they can, we will all be picked off. There'll be just dozens of groups. Bandit gangs, all right? People will end up begging for a full-fledged occupation.
What do you want from me? I'm the one who failed. I stood up and went down, all by myself.
Not true. There were hundreds of people around the country.
I didn't see them.
The Russians did, the party did, those building the new America did. How in the hell do you think we got here?
Doesn't matter.
You're just gonna sit here and do nothing. You're not
Me.
even going...
Do you ever get tired of the balalaika?
Treason. Getting tired of the balalaika as treason, punishable by the firing squad.
It's the best way. A lifetime of the balalaika, my God.
Maybe, who knows, in a few years, we'll be learning Chinese music.
Do you remember that class at the Institute? The meaning of decadent rock and roll. Conquer the West through rhythm and blues.
Soon, my friend, we must remember that we are Russian. Our superiors see our hold on the world cracking. China, Africa. Did you know? There was a rebellion in Manchuria, our own Manchuria, last year. They want a solution to the American problem resolved quickly. Otherwise, they might just selectively attack 4 or 5 American cities. It's actually in a memo from the planning group. I have seen it.
Why?
When you lose and fail, it is understandable when you win and fail. That brings madness. But we will not let that happen, will we? We will solve it our way. You and your Mr. Bradford will lead the way. The central area is going to be the first to secede from the United States of America.
I think we can handle this.
The contents were burned, not stolen. That makes it terrorism. Our mission is to protect the community from terrorist acts.
Put an escort on your supply trucks. That should handle the problem. I'm sure it was a hit and run from outside the county.
That's interesting, isn't it? That a few days after the return of the notorious troublemaker Devin Milford, we have an incident like this.
Now I guess you have someone you can blame everything on, huh?
I simply pointed out that it was an interesting coincidence. Possibly his presence excites the adventuresome.
I think prison took care of Devin.
Keep me apprised of your progress.
Why don't you tell him, Amanda?
Peter thinks it would upset things.
Oh.
He doesn't want any trouble right now.
Well, what am I supposed to tell him?
I don't know.
No, what am I supposed to
no,
tell
I
him?
don't know.
Well, what? That somehow Marion has ended up on top of things? That his 2 kids have become these wonderful party members? That he should really just stay in Milford and become a day laborer and forget about having a family?
You know, he at least deserves to know. There's children. happened to them where they are? He's so broken. For 6 years, he sat in that prison camp, devastated that he may have hurt them.
Yeah, well, I guess the joke's on him. I'm sorry. I guess my sensitivity level isn't what it used to be. Hey, Dev. Hi.
Allie,
Atonement?
putting the prison skills to good use.
Yeah, well, always was one of your favorite jobs, wasn't it? Dev, do you still care about Caleb? Billy? Marion?
What do you mean?
I know where they are.
I gotta see my kids.
Read this. It's a condition of your parole. You're not to see Marion or the kids. No contact. Nothing.
They're my children, Peter. I got a right to see
You
them.
got no rights. Don't you understand that? You're a political dissenter. You're an exile. You don't have any rights.
At least let me get word to them. Let them know I'm
Dev,
where I am.
please. Don't make it tough. They'll send you back. Look, if somebody told me that I couldn't see Jackie or Scott, I don't know what I'd tell them to... Do it, Devin! That's what I'm telling you. As far as you're concerned, they might as well be dead.
Where were you last night?
Here.
What? You were under arrest.
Pass me a piece of bread, please.
Do look like bumblebees.
School colors.
This is really lame. Too bad we didn't move before this dumb parade.
A little civic pride won't hurt you two guys.
We go to Omaha. There's a great coach up there. Leon Henderson. Used to be power forward for the Bulls. Tell me 4 years area champs. 2 national.
Got into some kind of political trouble, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. Shot off his mouth or something. But now he's coaching Omaha, junior pro. And that's my track.
Honey, I think you should finish school.
Mom, I want to play. If I get in, I've got it made.
Look, if it's what he wants to do.
He'll just become a part of this whole sports thing. Making people feel...
Proud?
They use sports as a pacifier. The circus part of bread and circuses.
God, Mom, you're weird, you know that? Bread and circuses? What's that?
That's when you give people things to distract them from what's really going on. The Romans did it.
Can you believe it? A kid who actually learned something in school.
Hey, Ma, lighten up. You take things too seriously, you know? Listen, I'll be a big star and say, "Hi, Ma," when they show me on that net.
I look forward to that.
Andre Denisov, something's up. He wants me to meet him in Chicago day after tomorrow.
Eyes open. Apparently, it's not enough for you to be rehabilitated. There are those who would use you as a symbol. Do you find that flattering? Is the light bothering you? Actually, I bear you no ill will. In fact, there's a certain sympathy I feel with you. So your sister. I know your sister. Since you seem to have the potential to become a symbol, it is necessary for you to make a symbolic gesture. A public expression. Regret for the mistakes of your past. An appeal for what you have come to understand about a new America. The disadvantages of clinging to old ideas. Do you understand? What is this?
Sentiment. He must have had some contact with Eddie when he was Germany.
The flag is forbidden.
Yes, the flag is forbidden. Would you like to arrest these old men? Make an example of them, maybe.
Friends and neighbors, thank you all for coming to our Lincoln Day celebration. I'm sure there are bigger and grander celebrations, just as I am sure there are bigger and grander places, but none better. We live in unsettled times. I hope that all of us hope that soon we will be able to see our way out of the turmoil of the past years and onto a new and vital life. A life where our spirit, your spirit, keeps us together as a community. We can't do anything about change. It comes whether we want it to or not. But what we can do and what we will do is follow the example of Mr. Lincoln and turn defeat into victory, despair into hope. And we can start that right here in Milford County and bind ourselves together as a people, citizens of the community, citizens of our 5-state area. As is customary, I would like to invite the Milford Party Chairman, Mr. Herbert Lister, and Major Gertman, the commander of the Special Service Peacekeeping Unit, to say a word.
I too extend my welcome and thanks for being able to serve the people of this area. But I would like to give my opportunity to speak to another, someone who is known to you and who now carries a special message of peace and harmony. It is also, in its own way, a confession of error, an apology, if you will, to you, his fellow citizens, for whatever harm he may have caused you. I present to you Mr. Devin Milford, who has something to say to you.
I suggest that the less you make of this, the more you gain. Try this. Should bring you up to at least 1982. Thanks.
I don't know, it looks sort of Gandhi-esque to me, don't you think? Well, I mean, it might become popular.
Oh, very popular. Many more days like today, and we all wind up wearing it.
Well, I'll wait for the transition outside, okay?
Peter, I don't know if it was such a good idea for you to take that stand up there.
Yeah, well, I guess we don't pick them, do we? They just kind of pop up, and we either do something we're proud of or wish we could crawl under a rock.
Oh, anyway, thanks.
All our lives, when we were kids, especially after we came back from Vietnam, you always thought I took the easy way out. No, we were friends, and you never said it in a mean way or with malice, but funny thing is, I sort of took your word for it. For a long time, that's what I thought I was doing, too. Hell, you were a Milford, and you had all that going for you. Against you. Privilege. Responsibility. And I was just a guy trying to take the next step. To find out where that was. Maybe I don't feel that way about myself anymore.
Maybe I was just jealous of the way you could accept things. Make them work for you. You always seem to end up with something.
Yeah, well, we'll see what any of us wind up with. I would like for us to stay friends. You're the oldest friend I got. I'd hate to lose that. You want to shake on it?
Hey, Art, Devin.
Devin, we were so proud of you.
Oh, it's worth talking to you.
Oh, made me cry.
A lot of guts to stand up that much.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing? Ready for some ice cream? Huh?
I am.
Say hi to you.
How you doing, Ford?
Still dead. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Well, he got a little tired, so he went on home.
He looked great in his uniform.
Didn't he?
Say hi to you.
Is there a problem, Major?
This has nothing to do with you.
Hello? Dad.
Yes.
I was wondering if Lahti had coming.
She was raped, you know. Did I tell you that?
No.
Right after they took the houses, hers and Ward's, she got mixed up in some fool group thing, trying, who knows, blow up something. She always was a pretty spunky kid. Maybe more than any of you other kids. It doesn't explain to me why she's still going out there. Does that make any sense to you? Oh. Funny. Some parents are sometimes partial to one kid or another. I always thought
Dad's all right.
I respect what you did there. Wanted you to know that. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, there's no sense you being down by the creek there like some one of them damn squatters.
Was I such a bad lover?
Don't move.
Don't worry. I'm just gonna sit up. So you finally had enough. You're finally going to have your revenge. Have you ever killed a man? Particularly a naked man. There's something about killing a man with his clothes on which neutralizes the process. It doesn't protect him from death. But somehow the naked body, unprotected, ceasing to function, turning an odd color. It's so much more real, ugly. Here I am. This monster who has dominated you. and subjugated you. Go ahead. You see yourself as the savior of your people. The one who will finally kill the devil. For you. And for them. Though my death would change the world. You understand nothing. Not me, not your own weakness. You need me. You hate me, but you need me.
I'm no murderer.
Your weakness is pathetic. I was wondering how long it would take until you fell to the temptation of the gun. You're not coming back to bed?
Waiting up for the bad girl to finally get home, huh?
Ellie, I'm sorry.
I want your damn sorry.
I know.
I don't want your pity, your understanding, or your forgiveness.
It was my fault.
Oh, good, good. That'll do it. That'll let me sleep a lot better. Fine, a little sadism from the bad guys. Why not some from the good guys?
Don't take this on alone.
What are you gonna do about it now, huh? What are you gonna do about it now? Let go of me! God! No! Let go! No! Let go of me! No! 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 They took me out and raped me. This wasn't supposed to happen to me.
You don't have to tell me.
Yes, I do. I have to. There is a life lesson in all this. I just wish to God I could find it. I complained. As you might guess, I complained. My protest was filed with the commander of the UNSSU. And a few days later, a car arrived from the barracks and took me to the commander, Helmet. He had the men beaten in front of me. I watched. At least he said it was the men who'd done it. It made me sick, but I was glad. It felt so So good to get even. He invited me to dinner in his quarters. He was so charming. He was so powerful. He apologized. He said, that I was still beautiful. That the men hadn't damaged me. But I was. And here he was, telling me that I was still beautiful. That I was still special. He made love to me. I let him. Raped and raped. How can I hate him so much? Who he is, what he's doing here, everything, and still be so afraid that he won't want me. Pretty degraded, don't you think? You have all these ideas about how strong you'll be, how you'll live up to these great expectations of yourself. And then you end up just doing surviving. No heroics. No strength of character. Not even dignity. Just afraid your rapist won't take you to bed.
Don't you sometimes wonder if our ancestors ever wanted to give up? If they thought they were living and dying for something?
I bet they didn't ask the question very often. They just lived and believed. Every winter, they just fought like hell to stay alive. Do you remember in Great-Grandpa's journals when he talked about being out of wood and family all huddled together? 60-mile-an-hour winds were tearing at the dugout, and they still had time to write and laugh and sing. There was this entry where he's talking about great-grandma, Irma. He's talking about her standing there holding her dead baby in her arms, singing Rock of Ages. I don't know. Maybe we're just too soft. Maybe we just don't know what's worth feeling that way about.
All my life, I've believed that I was fighting for something. I always thought that I believed in something. So I kept turning it over in my mind, hoping it was still inside my head somewhere, where they couldn't get at it. I looked at it so many ways. Finally, it meant nothing.
No.
It meant nothing. Living, dying, courage, cowardice. They lose their meaning if there's no choice.
You always believed that you could make that choice, right? You always believed, had faith in giving people the chance to make that choice. They can't have taken that away from you.
When I ran for president, it wasn't just me I lost faith in. I lost faith in everybody. Nobody wanted to risk anything for anybody else. Everybody afraid they were going to lose what they had. They knew it was bad. They were just afraid it'd get worse. That's all they lived for things not to get worse.
I don't care about everybody else. You can't just do nothing. You can't believe that the lives of your children mean nothing. It's not in your blood. It's not in your character.
I'm getting old.
We should have parades more often. When was the last time you woke me up like that?
It's a real workout.
Always romantic.
Good time, I gotta go. Thank you very much. maniac for our lake.
Agent Minturn, sir. Can I help you with that?
Sure. You guys UNSSU?
Sir, we're Americans.
The committee is met with respect to the horrendous invasion of the town by the exiles during the Lincoln Day celebration, and there is some concern as to what action you intend to take.
There seems little to be done.
Well, they broke the curfew, violated the terms of their exile.
They are back in the camp.
Yeah, well, the committee wants to know what action you intend to take.
Without the cooperation of the local officials, we are helpless to act. Unless there's a clear threat to the community.
It's clearly the committee feels that it's a very real danger to the community. Who knows when they might decide to violate the curfew again. We are afraid that a bad example has been set, not only for the exiles, but for certain elements in the town. Look, if you allow all controls to slip, well, who knows what might happen.
I might agree with you, but I'm helpless to act.
Somebody better tell your superiors there's a problem here. And in our next report to the Area Advisory Committee, we're going to have to discuss accountability. Accountability.
Just want a mini outfit.
I assume you're my welcoming committee?
Well, actually not. I'm coming with you.
I thought I'd arrived.
Life's full of surprises, isn't it?
Just tell me one thing. Why the VIP treatment for someone who's only been nominated for an office that doesn't yet exist? And where are the other nominees?
Obviously not coming, which should lead you to some inescapable conclusions.
Doesn't mean I understand it.
that way. Come on, let's go.
Hey, hey, come on over here.
Nice going. You almost led him right to us. You're lucky it was a border guard. They got an attention span of about 5 minutes. Otherwise...
Ladies and gentlemen, in Russia, where, as most of you know, I come from, we have a saying. Actually, we have a saying for practically everything. It is, of course, untranslatable, but it is something like this. Make of an adversary a friend, and together you will plant a field. Make of him a slave, and you cannot bury him enough times. Unfortunately, we do not always follow our old sayings. However, here we would like to speed the steps for us, to return to our own country, leaving behind us friends. Tonight we have a man who will help us to do that more quickly. I would like to propose a toast to the first Governor General of the Central Administrative Area, Mr. Peter Bradford. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. What happened to the election? The other candidates?
They lost.
Just like that?
Just like that. The results of the referendum will be announced on the national network following your speech to the joint session of Congress.
What if I don't want to be appointed?
Someone else will be. The result is the same to us. The difference is between you and your people. 1932 Hennessy.
I'm afraid it'll be a little lost on me. A man of simple tastes.
I'm afraid to say I'm a man of complex tastes. I'd never really be any good at being one of the proletariat I serve. You think of yourself as ordinary, and yet you command respect. People trust you.
Maybe that's because I'm not that far ahead of them.
You realize this brandy was put down just as Hitler was rising to power in Germany.
Anything older than me, I kind of lose interest.
Very American. You're not intrigued by the gyrations of history? A capitalist and a communist drinking a brandy from the time of fascism's greatest power. Think of it. At this very time, that other great fascist, Stalin, was under the guise of socialism, murdering millions and imprisoning millions more. I'm partial to this year. It is the year my grandfather died in the Gulag.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
grandfather is now a hero of the Soviet Union, posthumously bestowed. Stalin dead and discredited, my grandfather dead and recredited. And his grandson, one of the few responsible for the elevation of Mother Russia to the only true power in the world. We learn how to survive. You will too. Never completely trust a man who will not get drunk with you. The irony is, of course, that my grandfather, posthumously rewarded, died suffering and disgraced, filled with hate and hopelessness, alone. Just he in the hard, frozen ground of Siberia.
I've a crown up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I've got a crown up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I'm gonna lay down this world, gonna shoulder up my cross, gonna take it home to my Jesus, ain't that good news? I've a harp up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I've got a harp up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I'm gonna lay down this world, gonna shoulder up my cross, gonna take it home to Jesus, ain't that good news?
Pit stop.
Differences they make.
If I could find that.
You know, that was what was so wonderful to me about America. For all your flaws, you had such spirit.
Maybe you weren't so different after all.
It may surprise you, but in many ways, Russians can be fiercely independent. But our system, 75 years of socialism, has produced a people who wish to be led, who wish the government to tell them what is right and what is wrong. They rely on the government to keep in check their baser instincts, their selfishness, their greed, so they no longer have to make those judgments themselves. Oh, they still have those base instincts, but they come out in destructive ways. Like the behavior of the repressed children. Isn't it funny? For you, it is the bad behavior of spoiled children. For us, the bad behavior of repressed children.
thing about spoiled children is they never know they're spoiled.
Until it is too late. For us, just the simple fact that if we could neutralize America and take our proper place in the world, the communist man would emerge. So, now we control most of the world, and we don't have enough competent people to run it. We're failing, because our system has produced the people who don't understand the idea of choice. They can't make an independent decision. Always, everything must be checked with the next level and then the next, until finally it's safely within the government. You know, the only virtue we still have as a people is a kind of madness, of a frenzy for living life. We love passionately. We love those we're close to irrationally. We love our country. Not the USSR, but Russia, our homeland. And, of course, this has been very effective in keeping people in line, whether under the Tsar or the Politburo.
How did you win?
In some ways, it's more than you had. You had political freedom, but you lost your passion. You'd become embarrassed of passion, of feeling strongly about anything. You never took an interest in the rest of the world, in understanding the rest of the world. You always saw things through your own vision. You wanted things to be right, by which you meant moral and democratic and your own way. So, when you found yourself the most powerful country in the world, the only clear policy you could agree on was being anti-communist, and with such a simplistic viewpoint, you began to miss the point of a lot of what was going on in the world. People who looked to America as an example for their own aspirations found themselves opposed by you because we supported them. One of the ways we were able to usurp the United Nations was because when the nations of the world, rightly or wrongly, began to perceive you as the problem, you gave up. You took your ball and you went home. When there was a conflict in the world, you either reacted as a strong man bending backwards for fear of offending someone, or suddenly thrashing about wildly in some futile and foolish attempt to prove you were not weak. So ultimately, you found yourselves alone. Feared, envied, hated. How could we not win?
What lure would be enough for you to betray your country?
If you ask, I will tell you honestly. This once. My first posting was to England. Well, England was England. But then I was posted to America, to San Francisco. And I thought, what a wonderful country. What a wonderful test of myself. If I could find myself in the currentless water, maybe I could discover my soul. Not my Russian soul, but my soul as an individual. Maybe if things had been different.
Maybe you took the lure after all.
You think that's what this is? No. America has lost. And I have lost.
What's your identification number? How long?
Not long.
You got family in Chicago?
My children.
You gonna what? You gonna see them, join them, kidnap them, what?
Clay, stop being mean.
I'll start with seeing them. Look, I appreciate the help. Maybe if you would just point me in the right direction.
You haven't finished your soup. Some of us get real put off when people don't finish our soup.
Please.
You're on the Underground Railroad, one of the oldest railroads in America. Same places slaves used when they were escaping the South. It goes everywhere, all directions. People started running, and the railroad got resurrected. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
What he's trying to say is that we can get you to Chicago a whole lot faster and safer than you can get there on your own, if at all.
I'd appreciate that.
Devin Milford. I've just been sitting here trying to figure why you look so familiar.
I'm sorry, it's a mistake people make sometimes.
It's too bad, because I'd sure like to shake that man's hand someday.
What if I were to tell you that I know somebody in Chicago who could find Devin Milford's kids for him? Now, would that interest you at all?
I'm Melanie Blackstone, and this is my husband, the Reverend James Blackstone.
I'm Clayton Colton.
You into something. You must be doing something. Whatever it is, count us in. Bet you got a lot of people ready, you know?
No. I just need to see my children.
Well, then, we'll just have to see what we can do about that. And let the good Lord take care of the rest.
You haven't told him that I'm to be his deputy.
Not yet.
Fine print.
Soon our ability to help you will be limited. You'll have to survive on your own.
I wonder if we shouldn't show a little bit more concern for Mr. Bradford.
Well, it's nice to have your respect, Andre.
I wouldn't bet against her, Andre. She is a woman who loves a combat.
Too dangerous for me.
Well, aren't we fortunate we all want the same thing?
Yes, power.
The power to make a better world.
Yes, a better world. Power is like sex. We surround our lust with a vocabulary of love, but at the end, psst, maybe it is simply lust after all.
You didn't tell me about this little detail.
It is nothing.
I think Marion has her own agenda. I don't trust her.
And we do not trust you. To be precise, the Soviet Union, General Semenov, doesn't trust that you are the right man for the job. You are not a party man. To them, that means you are uncontrollable and thus untrustworthy. Marion, on the other hand, is committed to her ideology and to her own power. Two quite trustworthy qualities. They see you as not having enough at stake.
I have my country at stake.
Well, I have persuaded General Semenov, and he, in turn, partially against his better judgment, has persuaded the Kremlin that you are the right man. But he needs some guarantee.
What if I don't do it?
Someone else will. Someone less capable, less convinced.
Set your timetable back.
And that would be dangerous for your hope for America and for mine.
And what is your hope for America?
To salvage as much as possible.
American volunteers.
Yeah, labor to the Soviet Union. There are a lot of desperate workers. 5-year contracts. There's a special ration allocation for the people here. Low wages, but kind of the ultimate company town deal.
Any of them come back?
It's too early to say. They make it sound good the way they present it. Something to do with your skills.
They've given up on America.
Haven't you?
The exiles have broken out of the camp and demonstrated in the Lincoln Day Parade in violation of restricted areas, curfew, and engaging in unlawful political activity inciting to riot.
What is the status?
There's rampant insubordination. They are defiant. And if the situation is permitted to continue, we will lose control, not just of the exiles, but the entire area.
The authority of the unit must be maintained.
I wish to conduct a disciplinary reprisal against the camp.
Colonel Denisov will not authorize an action like that.
Something has to be done.
You are authorized, under your standing orders, to take whatever measures you deem necessary to prevent the rebellion.
You are suggesting I do what is necessary to stop this insurrection.
You must do whatever you feel is necessary under your basic responsibilities.
Yes, sir.
Yellow tag?
Yeah, from the border.
Hold it. He's got to be cleared.
Why the hell do they have to bring him all the way in here?
Easy, easy.
Somebody want to sign me off on this?
You'll have to wait.
This is your official notification that the United Nations Special Service Unit will be conducting maneuvers in and around the town of Milford, commencing at 0700 on the 28th.
Well, is there something you want me to do? Sure don't need my permission.
You will issue an advisory to townspeople to stay indoors and off the streets and roads.
Terrific.
He had no choice. I suppose when one becomes president, one has a tendency to justify a predecessor. A way of ensuring whoever follows some tolerance of your decisions, right or wrong. He saved a nuclear holocaust. In my opinion, the way he handled the transition of power, he saved thousands of lives. Maybe millions, in what would have been futile resistance.
How can anyone know that? How could he have not given us a chance?
You had a chance. I had a chance. We all had chances. Have you ever been to the Middle East, Mr. Bradford?
No.
For hundreds of years, the ordinary person, the trader, the person trying to survive, has learned not to approach his problems directly, to dissemble. Seemed to support one thing, and next the exact opposite. All because that was the means of survival in the place that fate had them placed in. They were born, make love, have children, are well off or poor, and die, much in the same way as free men.
Next comes freedom is within each of us.
In a way it is. This is not an issue of freedom, but survival. I know you don't like me. You see me as a stooge, a collaborator. I'm not a party member. I sit on the National Advisory Committee, equivalent to the Central Committee in the Soviet Union, but I do not vote. I have no power. A figurehead only. The only real effect I can have is to create the impression that things aren't as bad as they are. To give our people time. The opportunity to survive.
I guess I just never realized I'd gone so far. We had lost so much control.
Totalitarianism doesn't need armies. It only needs to control a couple of things. The media and the ability to dispense privilege to some and withhold it from others. And of course, a weak and divided people helps.
I don't think I can do it.
It's a little late for second thoughts.
I had some illusion I could help bring it back.
I believe you can do something. Something finally good for the people of your area. Possibly for everyone. But it will require a lot of compromise. You may even learn to be a Middle Eastern trader.
Border check. We're about to enter the late great state of Indiana. Been to the industrial area recently?
Not recently.
You're in for a treat. Used to be America's muscle. Steel, aluminum, autos, rubber. Now most everything's closed down. They wanted a country which didn't have a productive capacity. I guess we were well on our way to giving it up before they got here. Trying to get across. They're from the cities mostly, which are dying. Plans are all but down. Some of them are limping along.
They're allowed out?
For most of them, this is it. They'll never get permission to cross. They'll just hang around. Some of them will drift back to wherever it was they came from.
American refugees.
Yeah. It's almost like a contradiction in terms, isn't it?
Mr. Milford, you're awake.
He's in an 80% physical block.
My name is Helen, Justin. I'm your doctor, or at least one of them. You had a scary time. You were blown up. Nearly killed yourself.
Is anything?
No. Everything's intact. You won't be hobbling around on anything artificial.
How long?
Not for some time, I'm afraid. How soon you get out depends on how well you do with treatment.
There's no restraints. We have a little rule here. If you make it out the door, you're free.
You seem to have a lot of very angry and unhelpful feelings. Let me explain what we're going to try to accomplish here. That's to save you the time and effort of trying to fight the treatment. There have been so many bad things which created your antisocial behavior. We're going to help you forget those things. I think you'll find when you realize it's inevitable, things will go a lot smoother for you and be more comfortable. Just rest. Put yourself in our hands. You'll be fine. Better, in fact, than you thought possible. Back. He's on a cycle. And he says to me that he couldn't live without me. He says that no matter what, he'll take care of me. Be all right. Be all right. I didn't go with them.
Well, I don't think either of you were ready.
You don't know, Mom. You have Daddy.
I had a choice once. But he was scary. Very scary. Too scary. I'm very glad I married your father. What a bonus I would have missed. You. Your brother Scott. The Hulk.
You could have skipped that.
If he loves you enough, he'll come back. If he can. And if he does come back, if you still love him enough, it'll make a difference. You know?
Mom, you're supposed to be cheering me up.
Best I could do.
My dearest Amanda, I'm writing to you now because I can't reach you, talk to you. It's become second nature to me to have you part of everything I felt or did. decisions I made. Everything has moved so fast since I got here. It's as though I'm suddenly so far from Milford that it's already a part of my past. Maybe I should tell you about the president. What a sad man. But somehow there's something noble in the humiliation he has carried for us all. Maybe that's a greater service than leading an army into battle. Who knows? I wonder about myself. The choices I suddenly have. What if they're the wrong ones? What struck me is that I'm about to become a part of a system which some future generation is going to rebel against. I'll be hated by people I don't even know, who don't understand why something was done. Just as all the kids growing up now don't have any idea of the difference between the symbol of Abraham Lincoln and what he actually stood for. You can't look at those eyes and not think of what being an American has meant. Now there's an end to it. Soon there will be no America. It will be history. Quickly lost and distorted like Mr. Lincoln himself. I don't know. I think of Jackie and Scott. We wanted to protect them. Maybe we were trying not to infect them with our ideas which seemed to have gone so wrong. I suppose there will have to be new revolutions, with new generations who will have to discover the values which our forefathers handed down to us. If those truths stop being real, maybe it's better to let them go. Let some new generation discover as though for the first time. Maybe freedom. It's just one of those things you can't inherit.
Having passed the resolution unanimously and directing that said resolution will be presented to the several states pursuant to their ratification, the chair would like to invite the members to welcome before this body the man who has been chosen by the people of the Central Administrative Area to be the first Governor General of a regional joining of states, Mr. Peter Bradford.
Speaker, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, I come before you today with a great sense of humility. Never expected to be here. Like most Americans, the course of my life has not been what I expected it to be. But I wonder if George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, could have imagined the changes in our country just 30 years after their lifetimes. I wonder at the amazement of Abraham Lincoln, if he were to have seen the changes in the 19th century. Yet with all the changes, remained our country and survived. Today we are facing changes which some of us find abhorrent, others hopeful. Some see it as the end, others as a beginning. I come from a part of the country where in many ways life is simple, predictable, reliable. In the spring, when the ground is thawed, we plant a seed. And in the summer, it grows to maturity and is harvested. And when we plant again, it's not the same stalk of corn or grain which we saw standing beautiful in the field last summer. But the seed is the same. And given our time, our effort, good fortune, a new crop will emerge which can feed hungry people. The seed is in the ground. It is the history and experience of 200 years. I promise you I will give it my faith and my life. With the help of the people of my area, the heartland of this country, we will see a bountiful harvest.
Didn't he say he'd call? And he said he'd call as soon as he could. I don't know. You and Scott stay
Mom,
here.
you can't stay here.
Stop. He's back as soon as I come.
Mom, you can't go. Come on, it's not safe out there. They're going to be checking the rollers soon.
Come on, Ma, don't
Mom,
go.
just stay here. There's nothing you can do. you out there.
Promise me the two of you will stay here, all right?
Mom, just stay
Promise
here with me and Scott. Come on.
Don't be dumb. At least talk to Dad first.
I trust the two of you will stay here till I get back. And don't worry about me, okay? I'll be all right. I hate to ask a 16-year-old to kiss his mother. More.
Good. Here, grab this one. I'd better stay with the kids. They're all scared to death. We'll be back as soon as we can. Mom, why don't you... I mean, they said we should stay inside all day. Ward said we shouldn't violate the curfew.
The hell with curfew. Nobody's going to tell me to sit around all day in my own house.
Dad, they're squatters.
Damned if I don't guess they are. Got something there for me to carry?
On your call to Milford, sir.
Yes.
There seems to be some problem.
What?
Line's down.
Was something wrong?
There is no indication. It's very common.